The Bengals. We're speaking about young black men that are affected by stuff. They are 0-2 back-to-back years. And yeah, man, are they going to miss the playoffs? Like, or do you guys think they're going to be able to turn this around and do what they did last year? Not get back to the conference championship game, but just even make the playoffs, bro.
It's going to be really tough for them to make the playoffs. I don't think they will. And the reason being is you're 0-2. And unlike past years, Joe Burrow re-aggravating that injury speaks volumes. He already has a collapsing pocket around him that he's not allowed to stand in very long. And when you ain't got both wheels to move, you're vulnerable at that point. He already don't have enough zip on the ball right now to his receivers. He's not able to get. Where's Chase? Jamar Chase ain't been seen this year. T. Higgins had a nice game.
Throw him the ball?
But right, but T. Higgins had a decent game. But those other guys are just non-existent. The running game, like I said before about Joe Mixon, he's not that guy anymore. He's done, and it's just really hard for him to get it. And take all that away. We can say the offense was fine. That defense is so porous, it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. You can run on them, you can throw on them, you can do whatever you want to that defense. They have no answers. So that team is in trouble. And if he has to miss any amount of games, which I suspect he's going to, he probably need to sit
in 3 weeks.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. If he misses 3 weeks, that's it. You're going to be 1-4. It's over with. It's done. I mean, we already know from looking at it, from the way it looks anyway, Baltimore should run away with this division as long as you can keep Lamar healthy. But it's still, like I said, it's going to be tough to get them in there because those other guys look decent.
I've been saying in the chat, right? Nick wants to refute the obvious. Zach Taylor's on the hot seat. There's no way that you can have a top 2 quarterback, top 3 quarterback by some people's standards and go 0-2 and look this abysmal. And I understand that he didn't play preseason. I understand he had an injury and OTAs and all of that type of stuff. But the great ones are great. You know what I'm saying? They overexceed. And I know he has, and he has that history of that. But again, they're saying that he might sit 3 weeks. Like Shelton said, 1-4. Bro, division.
They play the Rams next, though.
But
the Rams have been playing good.
The Rams have been playing
good.
I ain't buying.
I watched that Rams
why
game.
not? Do you buy?
They don't have the talent,
but you buy into the head coach.
Yeah, I think I was going to let you finish, but I think the reason that the Bengals are still going to be a contender because they're more talented than a lot of other teams just in the AFC in general. Like, I agree with you about Baltimore, Kansas City, a shoe-in, I think, with Mahomes. But then after that, like, who are we talking about?
I think Jacksonville will wax them the way that they're playing right now. Jacksonville, in my opinion, overall is more talented.
Huh? Let's say Burrow was healthy.
Healthy Burrow didn't know.
Yeah, but he's not healthy.
But he's not healthy.
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like when it gets later on in the season, Burrow's back. It's cold outside.
But Burrow's not going to be healthy.
Exactly. He got to get there. By the time you get Burrow back acclimated, he may not be healthy all year,
and he's not going to be in rhythm.
It's going to be
tough. They got the Rams, the Titans, and the Cardinals. Those are 3 winnable games, even without Burrow.
No. The Titans.
You don't think so?
The Titans with the Cardinals, they can win that game. I don't think they'll beat the
Cardinals.
Rams.
Been playing good too, though.
Cardinals gonna try
the first half. They
gonna try.
I know.
Hey, they take it. They should have beat the Giants.
They should have. They were smashing the Giants. It was 28-7.
Somebody made the call. Like, hey, bro,
they had to
calm down.
But the Rams gave the 49ers all they could handle. And the Rams
I don't believe it though, because I don't. Who's on the Rams team, bro?
Nakua.
Right. I don't know.
Nakua balling. Hey, who did you know who the hell Cooper Kupp was before he became Cooper Kupp?
Before he was Cooper Kupp, I didn't, but I'm on the record. I don't like Matt Stafford. I think that he looks coach. They got Sean McVay. That's the reason they won these 2 games. But as we get into the season, they ain't as talented as most of the NFL teams.
Stafford has looked really.
He looks good.
He looks like the old Stafford.
That's not a winner.
It is. He won a Super Bowl.
I mean, but previous to that.
But it wasn't always him. We knew that he was talented. He never had a coach to truly unlock. And then once he did, who was the black coach in Detroit?
Jim Caldwell.
Caldwell. He had him for a season. That was his best season. Then they fired the man.
I just don't. Going back to the Bengals, if the Rams, the Titans, and the Cardinals and the Seahawks are my next 4 opponents, they don't got another probably strong game into the 49ers. I don't feel bad about putting Burrow down right now. Especially if it's going to make him better later in the season when we need him, as y'all say. If I can get through that stretch, either like winning 2 or 3 of those 4 games,
it's still going to take him at least 2 weeks to get in rhythm, though.
Yeah.
So yeah, he might be only gone 3 weeks, but he's not going to be right until like almost week 7, week 8, bro.
And
That's
come
half
back.
the season.
And my thing is that team, they didn't look good anyway. You know what I'm saying? So even before the re-injury, they weren't looking good. The same guy threw 82 yards the first week of the season against the Browns. So we can't, and what the Browns did with Pittsburgh last night. So we can't say like the Titans are going to be a walkover game. We definitely can't say the Rams with that defense. And looking at, like I said, looking at the way he moving that ball now,
I wouldn't count the Bengals out against those 3 teams. Is what I'd say. I wouldn't count them out.
Who else is in that division? You got.
I've been waiting on this moment.
Yeah.
y'all been waiting for the Bengals to fall off.
Oh yeah. Who else in what division? With the Bengals? You got
in
the Steelers,
AFC. I'm sorry.
Steelers, the Browns, the Bengals.
No, I was saying in AFC to keep them out of the playoffs. The teams that are ahead of them.
That's what I'm looking at.
The Dolphins,
the
Ravens, Jacksonville.
Yeah. That's 3. You still need 4 more.
Kansas
teams.
City.
That's 4.
Buffalo.
Mm.
You don't think Buffalo?
Nah. Buffalo out of there.
I'm not counting Cincinnati. I'm not counting Cincinnati out for Buffalo. Especially how Josh Allen been looking.
You can't. He played good.
He was all right last week, but did you see him the first week?
I saw him. Yeah,
he might do that every other week. That's 8-8.
But he do what he always does. This. I don't think they're going to the Super Bowl, but
I trust a healthy Burrow more than I trust Josh Allen.
I trust Allen to get them to the playoffs. And
you don't trust Burrow to get them to the playoffs?
No. Really? Not this year. Absolutely not.
Oh, that team is, I'm glad you added more context to that.
Yeah, it's the players. It's the players around him. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, with the line, I trust Buffalo's line better. You know, I think Stephon Diggs getting Stephon Diggs the ball, and that defense is better. The defense is the problem I have with the Bengals. That's where I had a problem.